at the top. Duke, NC State, North Carolina, Louisville, and Notre Dame round out the top 5, followed by Stanford, Virginia, Miami, Florida State, and Virginia.
Yeah, the top 5 teams might
10 right on the outside.
predate order to finish it. Duke, NC State, North Carolina, Louisville, and Notre Dame. Especially my Notre Dame. We got to keep an eye on them.
At number 6, the 2024-2025 season.
Welcome back to Nothing But Net Women's Basketball Preview Show.
But they have a new head coach
now,
Kay was named the head coach after the legendary Tara Vanderveer retired. And coach, I'm sure it's hard to follow a legend, you know, when you have teams that have to try and do that, Kelly. This team is a team that you guys both feel like will take significant strides this year. Why is that?
I think they're definitely going to be better. They have 3 outstanding freshmen coming in, 2 really good post players, and another guard. And Agura, of course, is probably their best player. But I think it's really getting harder and harder to depend on freshmen because of the transfer portal. People are taking players with proven experience at the college level. You're asking freshmen to compete with them. So if these 3 freshmen can make an impact, if they can steady in, get consistent, Stanford is going to be a very good team.
Well, and Coach, personally, I love that about Stanford. I love that about Duke as well. These are programs in this league that are still recruiting high school, and they're recruiting at a very high level. And there are freshmen that are ready to come in and play. I think Haley Swain is one of those players.
And this will last until 8 o'clock p.m.
And Stanford's going to continue to build to the high school ranks. That's what Coach Kate Pay has said. But the important
and after this, we'll be watching Detroit Lions versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
She's one of the best players in the ACC. She's healthy. She told us that at ACC tip-off. She's ready to go inside for Stanford. Chloe Clardy came on really well for them late in the season. This team's going to be a lot deeper, and they're overall going to be a lot more talented. They will not miss the NCAA tournament. The big question is just how much more of a step can they take? Can they be in the mix in the ACC? And the elephant in the room, of course, is can they handle the travel and truly compete at the top when they have to go cross-country every other weekend? But the key for them is teams have to come to them, too. So they have to protect home court and win all of their games at home if they really want to be in the mix in the league.
Yeah, teams only have to go to them once. They're coming out here maybe 4 or 5 times, and I think
for Stanford,
both Cal and Stanford last year.
There are no more games. I know they'll take on Tennessee, which is the ACC versus SEC challenge. Now that on December 21st, they'll take on Oregon Ducks. This is ACC versus Big Ten, and then January 11th, they'll take on Duke Blue Devils, and then on February the 1st, we'll take on my famous team is Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Wow.
For the first time since the 2017-2018 season, and proven conference play each season under Coach Mox. Their 8 conference wins last season were double the amount that they had in her first season in 2022. And our Debbie Antonelli got to sit down with one of their stars. We want Mo from Mo Johnson.
Man, it's a great day to be a Cavalier, isn't it?
All the time.
I mean, there's a lot of excitement around your program this year.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, we've just been working. I think a lot of people doubted what we were going to be able to do in the portal, and I think we really just, we hit the home run with it. I'm really excited for everybody to finally see it come to fruition.
When you look at this wall, these are some of the all-time greats in not just Virginia history, in women's basketball history. Do you see your name up there one day?
I do. I really do. I mean, I know what it takes, and all of these women have displayed what it takes. Greatness, and that's what this is, and I hope to be up there one day.
When I look up there, I know each one of these people individually, and I know the quality of their play, but I also know the quality of their character. What do you see?
I see the same. I mean, I see greatness, and I see great people, and great athletes, great student athletes. I mean, we've got academic All-Americans up there, All-Americans. Yeah, I mean, it's just great, and I hope to be a part of it.
That's the thing about that wall. It's not just about hoops. It's about the other side of it, which people seem to forget about in today's landscape of college sports, but that's not the way you're thinking.
No, ma'am. Not me or the UVA women's basketball program.
How far is your home from this spot right here on campus?
7-minute drive.
How many miles is that?
2.3.
Do you know of anybody else in college basketball that grew up 2.3 miles away from the place that they play?
I don't.
I think that's an interesting 2.3 miles. Like if you and I were to walk that 2.3 miles together, what would we talk about? Like what would be important to you to think about? Where you were, where you are, and where you're going?
I mean, I think we talk about growing up, just being able to come watch some greats play here at Virginia. My mom grew up here. My mom watched all of these people on the wall. We could talk about that. I think the process of getting recruited to come here, not ever wanting to come here, but then finally making the decision to stay home, and then just about the legacy that I want to leave here.
Well, she is continuing to write that legacy and help this Virginia offense. She's entering her junior season with the second highest career points per game average, nearly 17 points per game in school history, trailing the school's all-time leading scorer, Monica Wright. So she's talking about knowing what it takes to be great and potentially seeing and visualizing her name on that wall among the greats. Kelly, she is one of the players that I think we are probably most excited about in the league. She's on the preseason All-ACC team. What is it about her game that you're most excited to see in the growth this year? First of all, that was fantastic from Debbie Antonelli, and it really shows the legacy of Virginia women's basketball. This is a program with Final Fours, and they're trying to get back to that. You know, of course, the legends that have played there. And Kimora Johnson knows all about that. She grew up 2 miles from JPJ. Kimora Johnson is one of the best players in the country that people don't know about. And if Virginia can win this year, people will know about her. Her numbers are fantastic. She is a threat to get a triple-double every single night. She's that unique combination as a point guard where she can score. I mean, she can give you a 30-piece. But she is also an incredible passer. And Virginia went to the portal, as she referenced there with Debbie Antonelli, and they got some pieces to play with her. And she is a very willing distributor of the basketball. I cannot wait to see the next step for Kimora Johnson and for Virginia this season.
You know, it's great to have a hometown player. You know, you got that hometown hero. When we had Skylar Diggins at Notre Dame, grew up in South Bend, the crowds really started to come and watch our team play. And that makes a big difference, especially when you can just look up and see all those familiar faces. But they really did a great job.
It is 7:29 p.m.
Did a great job in the portal, bringing in the 2 post players. I'm so anxious to see Smythe Smith coming in from LSU. She's got big-time experience. What is she going to do to add to this team?
You mentioned some of the transfers, but Coach, this is a team that it seems like Coach Mox is doing a lot, including transfers and younger players, but also bringing back talent, like that homegrown talent, to keep building as she now enters her 4th season as their head coach. What's important when you've developed that base of, okay, these are the expectations, these are the culture, this is what we're looking for to get this team to the next level in tournament?
Well, you hit it when you said culture. That is the thing. You got to build that culture, and they have done that. You can just tell from the way she talks about her character how important academics are. You got to wonder when you're looking up at that and you see Dawn Staley up on the wall and thinking that's what I want to be when I have a great role model to look up to. I think that the character of this team is really coming through. They've really got it together. They seem like they're gelling as a team. I think there's no jealousy. It seems like the chemistry is really good, and it's just going to be great to see these guards another year under their belt, see what they can do.
They're a team that is picked 10th right now in the ACC predicted order of finish in the preseason poll. I think that you guys definitely both think that this is a team that could surprise some people. And
ACC predicted order of finish: Duke top 1, 2 NC State, 3 North Carolina, 4 Louisville, 5 Notre Dame. I gotta keep my eyes on my famous team Notre Dame, Fighting Irish, because we were trying to win it all. And you know, hey.
But take a look at the Tigers, okay? You know, humor me here, folks. They're picked 11th, but I love.
We got 30 minutes before we wrap this up.
He went out and got some pieces with Demira Hines coming from Wake Forest, Rachel Rose, who could shoot it from Wofford, and Johnson Matthews from DePaul. These are some pieces that can win right away. And then you look at the freshmen they brought in, 2 top 100 players. Mia Moore is the returner for Clemson to really keep an eye on. She's an incredible athlete. Year 1 under her belt at the Power 4 level. I think she's going to take another step. Tigers picked 11th. This is a team, to me, when you look at the roster, this is a team that can make the NCAA tournament. That is the next step for Coach Poppy as he continues to recruit really well and build back up that Clemson program.
I think there's a lot of teams at the bottom who you look and they've gotten one really good transfer coming in. Syracuse with Ophelia coming in. We have Carla Villegas leaving Florida State and moving over. So I think you're going to see some of these players that we know from the conference. With Virginia Tech, another team that's just so well coached. Megan Duffy does such a great job. All their games last year, there were so many close games. They were on the bubble. We were fighting for them to get into the tournament. And I think that she has done a great job. They're led by Baker, and they have a really good squad coming back, but it's all going to be about coaching for Megan.
And Kelly, Coach mentioned Carla, who's now transferred over to Pitt. This is a team that won 13 games last season, but I know you guys both feel like they can make a little run this year. All right, here's my guarantee. Pitt is picked 16th in the preseason poll. They will not finish there. They will finish higher than that. Tory Verdi's done a really good job with that program. They bring some players back from injury. He's got a top 100 recruit in there, and he inherited a program that was really down in the dumps. And by year 3, he's already made it better. Let's see what they can do this year. I promise you, they will finish higher than 16th. Tory Verdi's building something there in Pittsburgh.
You guys, the season hasn't even started yet, and we already got Kelly out here making us promises that she knows these teams are going to keep. I love it.
Gramlich guarantees, baby.
There we go. The Gramlich guarantees. Kelly, good stuff there, Coach, as well. We got much more coming here. Time for a quick break, but on the other side of it, every team dipping into the portal nowadays. We got to get you caught up on some of the transfers that you need to know that could come in and make an immediate impact with their new team. Stay tuned. You're watching Nothing But Net.
We'll be right back on the other side of this break. We'll see you then.